Ronaldo's last dance? Messi taking the golden boot? Yeah, that's all great. But the real decider of the championship trophy in this 2026 North American World Cup might not be the opposing team, but an airplane seat. You all know the World Cup is being hosted across three massive countries, the US, Canada, and Mexico, right? But what on earth does having a huge landmass have to do with soccer? I'm going to explain exactly why this World Cup is the ultimate hellgate, short and clear, in just 3 minutes. If you watch until the end, you'll be able to predict the winning team way more accurately than anyone else. Remember the Qatar World Cup? All the stadiums were basically huddled together in an area the size of a single city. Players just hopped on an air-conditioned bus and boom, they were at the stadium. In theory, shouldn't they just take a bus or a short flight this time around too? In reality, they might play in New York and have their next match in LA. That is a solid 6-hour flight. Looks simple, right? Not at all. It's exactly like playing a game in New York today. Packing your bags to fly to London and playing again tomorrow. It's an insane schedule. We've all been there. You go on an overseas trip and find yourself nodding off like a sick chicken in the middle of the day because of jet lag, right? But these players have to physically battle the best monsters in the world while in that groggy state. There are 4 different time zones just within the US mainland. Yesterday it was 8 p.m., but you fly to another city today and it magically becomes 5 p.m. Here's where it gets really interesting. When your biological rhythm gets twisted, a player's reaction time drops by 0.1 seconds. And 0.1 seconds in soccer? That means you've already conceded a goal and you're on your knees on the pitch. FIFA isn't stupid, right? They can't just watch their million-dollar players collapsing inside airplanes, so they created something called regional clusters. They divided the map into West, Central, and East regions, keeping teams tied to their specific neighborhood for the group stages. Oh, FIFA actually doing their job? You might think that. But what happens when the group stages end and the knockout rounds where you lose and pack your bags begin? That's right. There is no mercy anymore. As teams climb up to the round of 16 and quarterfinals, players have to fly back and forth across the continent like a game of ping pong. They'll be gasping for oxygen at 2,000 meters above sea level in Mexico City. Fly to Seattle the next day to train in the pouring rain, and a few days later, fight for a ticket to the finals, sweating to death in Miami's insane humidity. Climate, time zones, and flight fatigue. It's a true survival game where only the team that withstands this 3-combo strike survives. How about it? Are you feeling out of breath yet? In the past, 1 or 2 superstar aces could grab a team by the collar and drag them to victory. But this time is different. When your starting players are sitting on the bench with their souls drained from flights, you need solid backup players who can sub in and run like crazy. In short, the team with the thickest squad and the most ridiculously deep stamina has an absolute advantage. So remember at the beginning when I said the real winner of this World Cup might be the airplane seat? The 2026 World Cup champion won't be the team that plays the prettiest soccer. It'll be the toughest guys who slept the best on the plane and chewed up the continental time zones. Who do you think will survive to the end in this hellish travel schedule? If you have a team in mind, drop it in the comments. Oh, and if you hit subscribe, I'll keep breaking down complex and confusing sports trivia for you. Fun and easy, like chatting at a cafe. See you in the next video.